Hi guys, in this video, this is the second time or the second version that I am going to have fun with math, play around with mathematical equations, especially circle equations and straight line equations. However, in this video, this is like the second version. This is involving more difficult catching of my nicknames, my stage name or my IGN in-game nickname, whatever you call it. Yeah, this is going to be slightly more difficult. Okay, this is going to be fun. And by the way, this is not tutorial video. This is just having fun with math because math is fun. Okay guys, we are going to use Desmos for the graph drawing, quite easy and light. This is kind of web-based apps, so we don't need to install this in our laptop or PC. Just open it through the web browser. Okay, here we go. Circle equation, the very basic, easiest circle equation would be something like this. Quite famous and everyone is kind of familiar with this. And this is the radius. Of course, I will not put r, it's gonna be a real number. Put 9, for example. You see here 9, 3 squared, so the radius is 3 and the center is origin 0 0, because I don't put anything here to modify the around x and y. And then we want to use the standard form of circle equation instead of general form. Okay, let's try to modify. Put 3 here. What did I do? Record, I mean, typo happens every time. 3 7. Okay, do not 3. Let's make it far to the middle. Okay. Nah, of course we can also write something like this. Give me a x or 15 by a equals to 0. That's too big. See, something like this, but we cannot really detect, or we cannot really find out the center of the circle, and even the radius. It's going to be more difficult in this general form. That's why we are going to use the standard form instead. Pretty obvious here. Instantly we can get the center is 10 7, right, because of this 10 and 7, and the radius is 3 because square root of 9 is 3. Yeah, easy, right? Okay, and then oh yeah, one more thing that is small but important here. Let's say x plus 10, it's gone because it's going to be here minus 10. Yeah, this is like the opposite. The sign is like the opposite, because remember that this, yeah, that it's going to be the basic formula. The basic form of the equation is actually this x and this x part and y part of the center of the circle is fully minus here. That's why we have to put minus. Okay, but this is a full circle. What if we need to draw a semicircle, even quarter circles? Still, we are going to use this circle equation. However, we need to modify this equation into a certain form where x or y will be the subject of the equation. They will be put alone on the left side of the equation so that we can modify. Okay, here we go. Let's say I'm going to put y only, and then we need to modify this, yeah, and put the y only on the left hand side, and the rest, the x and the numbers, are on the right hand side. That's it. Simple as that. Of course, I will skip that details. Just go here, and then let's say 9 or 16, yeah. So the radius is 4, and then minus bracket x minus 10 square. Okay, here we go. What happened here? Because of the root, we are eliminating a half part of the circle, because the square root of negative numbers will be imaginary numbers. It will not exist here. It's imaginary. That's why it's called imaginary numbers. It's not here. That's why it's only half. Because if we put negative, look at the equation, the y will never be negative in this simple equation. Well, it's not simple. The y will not be negative ever, because square root of any number will never be negative. It's going to be 0 or any positive number. That's why the bottom part of the circle is gone. But the 0 is still possible, yeah, because square root of 0 is still 0. Okay. And let's say the center is obvious here. It's 10, 0, because I put minus 10 here, and I did not put anything around the y, so the y part of the center will be 0. Now, what if we want to move this vertically, up or down? Just do this stuff. Let's make it 12. Ooh, y minus 12, it means the y part of the center of the circle will be 12 here, right? 12. And we can write it this way, or we can also put it to 12 here. So it looks better, but it's just the same, because in this way the left hand side is only y part. Yeah, so it's really that y is the subject of this equation. And remember, again, this is only modification of the standard form of circle equation. Next step, this is quarter circle. What if we want to draw the bottom part of the circle, the bottom semicircle? Simple, guys. You put minus here. Again, this is plus. Change this into minus. Bada boom, and we have this. Why it's only the bottom part? Simple, quite simple. If we take a look carefully at the equation, remember that the square root of any number must be positive inside, right? It will never be negative. So whatever here, this value will be always positive. And we have a negative sign here, so everything here must be negative. That's why it's only the bottom part. And remember, this 12, it's only to shift the center of the circle vertically, the y part only. Yeah, originally it's like this, right? You can think this is this way too, because yeah, this is kind of easier to see. Yeah, so the 12 is not there to mess up with this idea of the right hand side. Yeah, this is always negative. Okay, next step. What if we just need this quarter circle or that quarter circle? We put interval. I don't put space here. Just directly type curly bracket and later close the bracket, of course. Yeah. Interval. Okay. 6 until 10. Alright, 6. Yeah, just the regular interval notation. And bada boom, we have a quarter circle. Amazing, right? It's just limiting things. And what's next? We can do this also, but I don't think we need that one. We just stop at semicircle and quarter circle. Okay. And what about the bottom right part? Simple. I think you have known already. Just modify the interval of x. Here. Can we modify the y part? Yes, but it is going to be a little bit useless, because if we get 8 until 12 interval of y, nothing will happen. Of course we can do like this, but that's not what we are aiming for this whole session, right? Okay, so we do x again. What was that again? I forgot the number. So it's 14. Then 14 for the right part, bottom right part. Okay, what about, can we draw a semicircle like this? I mean the left side only semicircle and right semicircle? Yes. However, we are going to do the opposite way of this one. We are going to make x as the subject of the equation. Okay, let's start here, square root, and then the, what is it called, the radius squared minus the y bracket thingy. Let's make it 6, maybe a little bit higher, so it's gonna be somewhere at the top. Okay, the square, I am using the one typing mode. Oh, we're done. Yeah, we can look here, the blue semicircle, it's only the right part. Why is it only the right part? The logic is like this. I'll try to make it simple. Here we see in this blue equation, x is actually a function of y. Okay, x is a function of y. We know that normally, usually, it's always y is actually a function of x. Fx, f of x sounds very familiar, right? Here, the opposite. So x is the function of y, f of y. That's why x is lonely here, right? Subject of the equation. Nah, and again, whatever the result here, it is always the positive. The value is always positive, because square root of numbers must be positive or 0. 0 will be the least possible value. That's why we will not have negative x here, right? We only have positive values for x. The negative part, it's possible. Okay, and again, the center would be 0, 12 here. No modification here part in the x part, and the y is 12, positive 12 here, the opposite sign, remember. So it's 0, 12, the center, it's obvious, and the radius is 2 coming from square root of 4. Okay, and then next, I want to move the center to horizontally to the left or to the right, because vertically we are done with this, quite simple. So we just play around with this. Let's say plus 2, so it's going to be -2. Yes, the opposite, right? Because of the basic formula of the standard form of circle equation, like that. Okay. Here we go. The center is here, and again, the next step, if we want to get a quarter circle of this semicircle, let's say the top right part or bottom right part, we just put curly bracket for the interval of y. Yeah, if we use the x interval, it's going to be useless here. Well, almost useless, not completely useless for further things, but okay, x y part, boom boom, y, boom boom, bada boom. That's the bottom right part. The top right part, yeah, just play around with the interval. Of course, we can put 13 here, but it's going to be awkward, not quarter circle anymore. Here we go. Yeah, very clear, right? And then, oh yeah, one more thing. How to get the left part? Simply we just put negative, the opposite, yeah? The negative part of the circle. Because again, the whatever value here, the negative of square root of something is gonna be negative always. That's why it's only the left part, because the left part of Cartesian is negative side of x part, right? And we just play around with the interval and done. Okay. Beside all these circle equations that can be modified into quarter circles or semicircles, of course we are going to use also the straight line equations, but this is quite basic. I believe the standard form will look like this: y is mx plus c, where m is the gradient, the coefficient of x is the gradient or the slope of the straight line, and the c is actually the constant, that it will be the y-intercept. Okay, for example, to x plus 5, so the gradient is 2 and it will pass through 0, 5. That's it. And we can always put something. And if we need the vertical, it's going to be like this. And we can always put interval to cut the lines into small parts that we need. For example, 2x 3, yeah, or 4 or 5. You can look the purple straight line here. 5.5, well, we will not go that far. 5 point, so a few numbers. Mine. For the vertical lines, we are going to use x is equal to, let's say, 3 here, purple line here, and we put the curly brackets for the interval in y, of course. Stay here. This, but of course we need a lower bound and the upper bound. Say what? 4 y equal to 6, 7, 8, 5, but not 4, yeah, it's going to be just an invisible point. 5. Wrong. Typo again, Jesus. Okay, 8 or something, right? That's it. Pretty simple for the straight line. So circle equations, straight line equations, that's it. No more. So it's going to be fun. Okay guys, in this stage we are going to sketch the letters that I am going to graph using the equations. By the way, before I start recording this, I have done some kind of trial and errors where I have concluded that I am going to use a size of 15 times 8 cells for regular letters like A or B or C, something like that. Okay, let's just start. I will start here at 1.11. So R, the size is 15 going up, so it's until 16. I'm going to use blue anyway, so it will look different with the y and x axis. Okay, and then now here we go. This is the difference that I was trying to tell you, that there is a thickness. I'll put 7 here because 7 is almost half, but less than half of 15. and R, we will have something like this. 8. So 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4 should be here. So I'm going to have to put maybe 3. We'll see first. Yeah, I think so. By the way, oh yeah, I forgot to mention that I will follow the sketch that I have, not the sketch, the idea that I have determined before, where the size letter should be 15 times 8. That's why I am going to use this idea. And then it's 8, right? Yes, it's 8. We need straight lines here to close this curve, and shorter straight line here, and then I'll draw a straight line until here, right? This is a line, and of course this one will be parallel, and we will close it. Ta-da! One down, 4 to go. Okay, A 3, 8, 15 times 8. I'm going to put 3 here. The width, the horizontal part is 3, right? Yeah, it's 3 to 3, right? 3 plus 2 plus 3 looks good. It's 15 until 18. Okay, should be here. The gradient is 5 because it's 15 divided by 3, yeah, and this one is minus 5, and this one, and I'll start the inside. It will be like this. The gradient should be the same, which is 5, to make sure that it's parallel to this line, outside line. It's not precise here because it's going to be decimal, but luckily it's 5, so it's kind of easy. Just use fractions or decimals later in the equations. Don't forget to close, and then here we go. Yes. By the way, these are parallel lines, yeah, later. The gradient must be same. Using equations, we can really draw the graphs precisely. This is just sketching. Okay, 2 down, 3 to go. Next is the easiest letter, I. Right. Okay, that's quite quick. N. Right, I'm going to write my nickname, brains. I'm going to put 2 cells here because I think if it's 1, it will be too thin, and we need 6 here, 3 6 here, because 6 plus 1 plus 1 should be 8, the width of the letter. Up, close, down, 2 cells for this diagonal. Okay, does it look good? I guess it's okay, yeah. The thickness between this one and the slant one are almost the same. Okay, S, here we go, the best part of this word. 8, 1 2 3 4, 1 2 3 4, it should be here. I'm going to draw a part of circle that the radius is 4. Stop here. Oops, that's okay, I'll just use this. Let's just sketching. Radius 3 for the inside, the inner part. Stop here. It's 3/4 of circle. And this one will be now the outer part. The outer part here. Radius of 4. Alright, and the inner part will be 3 radius. Yay! Woo! Okay, that's quite an S. Looks quite good. Very circly. Yeah. Anyway, sketch is done, I'm going to save this and then I will follow this sketching and make all the equations needed to graph this. Alright guys, this is the last stage of this project or video. Okay, I will follow the sketch that I have done previously. Yeah, and get all the equations needed to draw the graph of my name, my nickname. Okay, R. Okay, I will follow it. I will draw the vertical line first. X is 1, interval, curly bracket, 1, Y, until 16, because the size I have set is 8 times 15 cells. Next, the small. Now here we go, the thickness. This is what makes this more interesting than the first version of this video. X2. Okay, and then up until 8. Yeah, 7 is almost half of 15. X is 2. 1 until 8. Okay, I forgot the X. Okay. Oh my god, this is supposed to be Y. My bad. Next, this inner part of the that R part going to be X is equal to 2, and then 9 until 15. And then now the straight lines here, this one is 4, so X is 16, 1 until 5. YX, it's supposed to be Y, so oh my god, I accidentally delete, but I can control Z luckily. And then Y is 16, 1 until 5, right? The length is 4. Now this part is 3 by 15, so it's 2 until 5. Yes, that's correct. This part also gonna be similar, but the Y is 9 now. Yes, nice. Now the semicircle, the right part only, so it's going to be X, or we can say f of Y, f of function of Y. So X is square root sqrt, radius is 4, so I'm going to do the outer part first. 16 minus bracket Y, the center of Y will be here, 5, 12, yes, so it's 12, don't forget the square, almost there, that's the right part. And then now we have to shift this, to the right, 4, so X minus 4, oh 5, yeah 5, yep, that's correct. And then now the inner part going to be, let's have the sqrt square root first. Radius is now 3, so 9 here. And then Y, the center is the same. So it's 12, I mean. And shift 5. Yep. Alright. Next. Here, straight line but only 2. Equals to 8, but the length is only 3 until 5 of the dx interval. Now the slant part here of letter R, it's going to be, what is the gradient here? 3, 8 until 9, 1. 7 over 6, but it is minus. Okay, and then the what's it called, the and for the y-intercept it's going to be, let's play around lah, 10, almost there. Oh, nothing fits, so I guess it's going to be fractional over 6, because logically in numbers it should be the same. It's every 1/6, then maybe 60 something. 69 looks good. 70 too much. I guess it's 69. Okay. Okay, let's check it out. 38, let's say 38. 3 times 7 minus 21. 69 minus 21 is 48. 48 divided by 6 is 8. Okay, that fits perfectly. And let's check 9 also. 9 times 7, 63, so 69 minus 63 should be correct. Okay, now the interval, I got the intervals, should be easy. 3 until 8, I mean 9. Yeah, done. And moving on to the next one. This one should be similar. I'll just copy paste and modify. Should be around, going down, I guess, 63 or 62. Oh wait, the interval should be 2 until 8 first, then we can check it. 62, yes. Yep, that's correct. And then close this one, should be easy. Y is equal to 1, interval 8 until 9 for x interval. Yes, 1 down, 4 to go. Now we go for A. Start here. The gradient is 5, so it's 5x. Oh, it should be minus a lot, 60 maybe. 60, 55, 57, wait, 55, 50, 40, 48, 49. Yes, 49 it is. Interval 10 until 13. Yep, that's perfect. That's the gradient. And then this part, same gradient, different. This one, I'll erase the interval first, and then 44, no, 54. And the interval, I should stop here, so it's, and this one, the interval 11 x 5.4. Yep. Because it's every 1/5, right? And then let's copy this, because we are going to use the same line, different intervals from here to here, so it's 12.6, I believe, until this point 14. Oops. Oh, should be moved 55. Yeah, moved by 1 spot. And then this one's 5.8 until, yeah, this is correct now, until 14. Awesome. And then this easy horizontal short line interval 13 until 15. Yes, that's nice. And then, okay, this part, the gradient should be minus 5, because that's the opposite. The problem is this one, 70, Not enough. 80, 85. Oh, 85. Awesome. Perfect. Checking before, not fitting 85. Yeah. Interval from 13 until should be around here. Not 13, 14, right? Until 15.2. Yep. And then similar line, same line but different interval. No, it's different. Should be from 15.2 until something, I guess. We'll deal with this. Wait, I should probably do this one first. Okay, let's delete 90, 91, 92, 91. Yeah, should be the outer first because it's easier. From 15 until 18, yeah, this one is easier. And now we will deal with this inner part. It should be, I don't know, 80, 85, 86, 86, I believe. And let's try first. Should be from 15.6, I guess. Let's try first under 17. The 17 is quite obvious. Is this correct? If we compare this one is 12.4. Yeah, that's correct, guys. And yeah, all the horizontal lines here, the easy ones. Y is 9, and then what? 12? Oh, no. It's 12.8 until 15.2. Oh, okay, and this one is Y is 8, interval 12.4 until X 15.6. Yeah, alright, this one super easy for this one until after all these things. 11 until 17. Oh, wait, sorry, to be 10 until 11, I mean. And the other one 17 until 18. Yeah, nice. You, 2 down, 3 to go. Now the easy eye, okay. Ways 1 from 19 until 20. Similar thing for the top part, it's y equals to 16. Now the vertical line, 19, right? It's 1 until 16 for the y interval. And this one similar, but the x is 20, obviously. Okay, easy peasy. I wish all lectures were like this. And okay, this is a little bit difficult for the slant part later, but for the vertical first probably. Yeah, this one is easy enough. And then the little, what is it called? The little part here. Y is 1, 21 until 22 for the x interval, and similar for the top part, but y is 16, and the vertical line, yes, that one, only under 14 because we have 2 cells here for the slant part. And then next, okay, this one from 22.14 until 28.1. What is the gradient here? 13/6. Oh my god, 13/6, fine. But it's minus, yeah, because it's going that way. Plus what? 50, 60, close, 61, 62. Oh my god, this is going to be fraction. I knew it. 6, 300, 360, 370. Oh, it's very close. 31. My god, this is so close. We have to check using the real calculation. Let's say 21 and no 28 and 1. Okay, 28 times 13 is what? 280 plus 84. 280 plus 84, 280 plus 84, 364. Oh, this one should be 370. Okay, wow, amazing. And the interval, almost forgot. This one is easy because we will follow the x or y part either way. And let's copy this and edit. Still over 6, yeah. Still over 6. Oh, just set this one first probably. It's under 29. And yeah, it's going to be going up. I'm guessing this one. Nope, wrong. Oh, it should stop at 28. My bad. Yeah. 2. I think it has to be 382. Let's check the calculation. Let's say 28, 3 here. 28 times 13 is, what is it? 26, what? 390 minus 26, 364. 364, 382 minus 364, 18. That's correct. That's 3. Okay. Alright, next. We are going to do the straight lines vertically, horizontally. That's quite easy. But I'm concerned here. Let me check just once for this point probably, yeah. 22 and 14 for this equation. 22 times 13 is 286. 286. 370 minus 286 is 84. 84 divided by 6 is 14. Okay, that's perfect. It is safe now. Now this one, straight lines. Okay, that's easy. 28 until 29. Yeah. Top part 16. Okay, and then the vertical lines 28. 3 until 16. Oops, I mean x first, y first. 16. Okay, and then the other part 28, the interval from 1. Yes, away. We already have 38 equations so far. The last part, the letter S. Ooh. Let's do this. It's from here I believe. The center of the semicircle should be 34,12. And I need the upper part, right? So I'm going to use y. F of x, function of x. Square root sqrt. Radius 4. I'm going to do the outer part first. Minus x, the 34, right? And then, yep, that's correct. The y part of the center is 12, so minus 12 here. Woo! Awesome. No interval needed. Next. I'm going to use the same circle, but the opposite. But only the bottom left part. So interval using x or y. Oh no, must be x interval here. 30 until 34. Okay. Now let's do the inner part first before it's too late. Yeah, it's going to be similar with this, but the radius is 3. Yeah, the center is the same. And then Similar with these two, only we have interval from 31 until 34. 31 until 34. Oh, I forgot the minus to take only the bottom part of the circle. There you go. Okay, so far so good, I believe. Oh, I forgot to close this. It's y equals to 12, interval 38, 37, 38. Yep. Now this one, the outer part of the bottom part of letter S. The center is here, 34, 5. So y is what? Y is square root of course sqrt, radius 4, so it's 16 4 squared, right? Minus x 34 squared. And yeah, this one, don't forget, it's center is 4, so minus 4. Oh no, minus 5. Yeah, center is 34 5, not 4. Okay, and then the interval to take only the top right part, 34 until 38, I believe. Okay, nice. Same part of circle, but it's the negative part, so I'm going to put negative in front of the square root. There you go, easy peasy. And now the inner part, this one, but the radius is 3, same center. Boom, yes. And this one, same, but the radius is also 3, the inner part. Nah, almost done. Just one last touch is this one, y equal to 5, I mean 30 until 31. There you go, we're done. Wow, we are done. We are done, guys. Veins, that's my nickname. Woo! And 48 equations. Wow, amazing. It's been fun, challenging, a little bit tiring, of course, because we have to be perfect in everything, you know, all this stuff. Yeah, the 48 equations. And yeah, again, here are the equations. I'm going to pause a little bit to, you know, to make this memorable for me at least. That's 1 until 10 here, and then 11 until 20 here, ugly equations, and then we have 21 until 30 here, a lot of straight lines, and here 30 until 40. It's getting uglier here. And the last page, 41 until 48 equations, a lot of circles, half circles, semicircles, quarter circles. Wow. And this one. Wow. All right, thank you for everything. Math is literally everywhere, so powerful in this universe. That's why we have to love it, right? Okay, thank you, bye bye.